In this session, we are going to be focused on building our inner self by building our self-esteem. How we are going to be doing that is we're going to start by doing an illustration that we do with young people all the time.
Let's do it.
And it's called a worm and eagle illustration, and you'll just have to watch it. It actually demonstrates very powerfully how our self-concept is demonstrated in our behavior.
All right.
So this is using basic kinesiology. It's a muscle strength. So Colette's going to put her arm out like this and just having enough tension to keep my hand from pushing it down. I'm going to talk quietly in her ear. She's going to have her eyes closed so she can visualize what I am saying to her, and she's going to say that out loud. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I am a worm. I crawl on the ground. Most people don't like me. Most people think I'm dirty and ugly. I feel invisible. Birds eat me. People step on me. I often feel useless. I am a worm.
Okay. Reset. Ready to go with phase two?
Phase two.
Okay, here goes.
I am an eagle. I am a majestic eagle. I soar above the storms. Other people envy me. Look up to me. People love me. I am a bold, strong eagle that flies above the storms. I am an eagle.
Okay. So can you see the difference? Colette, what did you feel as a difference as you're doing that?
Well, when I'm saying I am a worm, it just, I don't know, there's the confidence. It just makes you feel like, I don't know, you feel kind of worthless, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know of course can't see Colette's face. Often when we're doing this with young people, the audience, the classroom will talk about what they see in the teenager's face. It's often downcast. They'll talk about how the voice drops when we're talking about the worm. And of course you just see the arm, and that is the muscle strength, how we do not have as much strength when we don't feel confident. And then of course the eagle. And you saw, I could see Colette's arm go up, and I felt like her voice was more confident. And that is something we often hear from classrooms where students, young people will talk about how the person's smiling, and even their face, even though their eyes are closed, their whole body posture looks stronger and more confident. This is really what confidence is about. That as we are looking at ourselves, that we are able to look at, are we living with confidence? Are we looking at and building up our strengths? And then are we looking at and building up the strengths of the children that are around us? So in our 25 years of working with youth and doing exercises like this over and over and over, what we really see is the seed of our emotions, our feelings, impacts our thoughts and our behaviors. That's what we watched be illustrated through this demonstration that we just did.
So again, there's nothing wrong with worms. They're very important in our ecosystem, but it's when we feel like a worm that's the problem. When you feel like a worm, you feel invisible. You feel like there's no hope. Your perception is very low when you consider, and when we do this illustration, I actually get down on the ground, and all I see is feet. And those feet are like, they're gonna step on me, ah. So that's the perception you have, but when you have the feelings, I am an eagle. that you're soaring above. Your visual is much more. There's more opportunity. Your perception of life is hopeful. So as we're moving on, we're just going to ask you, like, how do you generally feel about yourself? You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, is it a 3? And there's no shame in feeling it's a 3, because there's usually a reason, and we're going to be talking more about that in another session. Is it a 3? Is it a 7? Is it a 10? Maybe it is a 10. And what can you do to maintain that? Either increase or maintain it. You know, it's focusing on our strengths. We can increase how we feel about ourselves. How do you feel about yourself as a parent? Sometimes that looks a little bit different. You can have all the confidence in the world when you're out of your house, using your strengths maybe in your career. But you come home and it's like, oh, I kind of suck at this. So again, just self-awareness so that you can move on. This is about moving on. Awareness where you're at right now, because if you don't understand that, how do you know when you get to a different level?
Yeah. And again, it is so important to have that confidence, because without that confidence, we tend to view life from its limitations. When we have confidence, we view life as opportunities.